Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another ranking video. We're going to rank all of the finales of Fear the Walking Dead from worst to best. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're back with another Fear the Walking Dead ranking. You guys wanted to go ahead and, of course, see a ranking video for the finales of Fear the Walking Dead. So I figured, I was like, well, yesterday's video seemed to actually do very, very well. You guys are interested in the Fear the Walking Dead rankings. So even though they're not the main Walking Dead, I feel like it is a good idea to do Fear videos and Fear rankings because we are a month off. One of my subscribers, I won't mention unless they want me to, but one of my subscribers did mention to me today that we are actually a month off from season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead actually premiering on AMC Plus. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought that was kind of cool to, hear is that, yeah, we are actually a month off from getting early access to 801 of Fear the Walking Dead for all those AMC Plus subscribers. So, that's going to be pretty cool. We're going to do a lot of Fear content leading up to it. It is the final season, so I'm going to be cranking out a lot of these Fear videos, and I'm going to make it a point to definitely give Fear the spotlight, because after this year, yeah, Fear the Walking Dead is going to be gone, and we'll never talk about it again. And hey, to some people, that might actually be a good thing, but, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, we're going to rank all the finales of Fear. We got 7 finales here. Obviously, the series finale will be included in this list once we get to see it. But as of right now, what are the 7, best to least best, finales to Fear the Walking Dead? So let's get into this. So starting off with number 7, we're going to go with season 4, episode 16, I Lose Myself. So this, hands down, is the worst episode of Fear the Walking Dead when it comes to finales. This episode with Martha and just this whole ordeal about Martha poisoning our group, about Morgan not wanting to kill, wrecking the car like an idiot, getting captured by Martha, who shot, mind you, too. So it's actually kind of surprising that she got the upper hand on Morgan. Morgan continuing to go back and trying to save her life, finally letting her die and just let her die, And you get Charlie that's like drinking beer because they gotta, fight the sickness or whatever. And it's so stupid. None of it is making any sense. The plot armor for Martha was awful. Like Althea at the beginning with like the gun. She shoots the 2 walkers, then goes to shoot Martha. Oh, she's out of ammo. Oh, Martha knocks her out now. It's like, what the hell are we doing here, man? And then, to make matters worse, Morgan decides to not go back to Alexandria. He decides to just continue to help people. That's all he's going to do. They're going to grow up in this old factory, and they're just going to help people. That's just what they're going to do. Even though you could easily help people on your way back to Alexandria, but we don't talk about that, So it just makes no sense. The episode, honestly, guys, is a write-off. I don't think it has any kind of value to it, and it just has no sense behind it. It's not good at all. Number 6 is going to go to season 6, episode 16. This is The Beginning. Now, this episode, I'm going to be honest, is just about damn near right there. I mean, I thought this was a disgraceful finale, and I think a lot of people are about to argue on that one, but keep in mind, this is just my opinion. The reason why I think this finale is as bad as it is because you amp up the Riley character. You amp up the whole Nuke storyline. And what do you get instead? You get Dakota being forgiven by John Dory's father and June, 2 of the people that should have never forgiven her. You get Teddy that just dies off, which I'm okay with that, but I think the way they killed him was very abrupt. You get Morgan and Grace considering to just kill themselves because why not? And for some reason, this is the thing that I don't understand, guys, and somebody answer me if you know the answer to this. It's YouTube, somebody will. But somebody answer me. Why in the world, when the nuke went off, did everybody split up? Because clearly Morgan and Grace were totally fine inside the submarine. So why didn't everybody just stay in the fucking submarine? Why did everybody split up? Like, I can understand Strand maybe because Strand had like that argument, so maybe he just wants to go his own way. But seriously, why is everybody split up? Why is Dwight and Sherry going out this way? Why is Morgan and Grace staying here? And it's like, it makes no sense. And The Dwight and Sherry stuff was okay. I think some of their stuff was alright, like the shootout and stuff. It's part of the reason it's better than 416 because aside from that, it's idiotic. I mean, the deaths are bad. Riley's death is pathetic. He just gets shot by Charlie for no reason. Rolly's just revealed to be the spy the whole time too. Have no idea why the hell they would make that twist. And I just cannot get over some of the stupidity that's in this episode. Strand and the setup for his villain arc, calling himself Morgan Jones, cringy as all get out. I mean, it just, yeah, nothing worked in this episode to me. The only thing that I could somewhat say I liked was, like, I liked that Daniel was a badass again and figured it out, that Rolly was, the rat after all. But that's it. That's all you have for me. Number 5 is going to be Season 5, Episode 16. So, the end of the line. This episode right here, I mean, everybody was pissed off when this episode came out. Everybody was pissed off, and I still honestly don't like it that much. I mean, the only thing I can say that's pretty good is I like the leading the zombie horde away part. That part's pretty cool. But aside from that, you've got Virginia that's, like, forcing herself on Morgan and the rest of the crew. Like, it's like, you're all gonna get split up. All my plans for the future and stuff, it's all gonna be my way or, the high road, that type of thing. And Morgan's just going along with this shit, which would make no sense within his character. And that's the part that I don't understand. Morgan is such a pushover in this episode. It's unbelievable. If I saw the Gulch was, like, overrun or whatever, I would lead the zombies away, just like they did, and then say, fuck it, we're going to build this place for ourselves. Or how about, if Virginia's trying to come after you, then go back to Alexandria? You know what I mean? Like, why would you sit here and wait for her to fucking split you apart? Like, it makes no sense. And honestly, this episode, they're lucky they have some of the zombie stuff, because the wedding was cringy as all get out. I'm sorry, I don't like the wedding. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. The cliffhanger with Morgan, yeah, it leads to a very, very awesome first episode for season 6, but it's still a cliffhanger on Morgan and, whether or not he's gonna die. And I think that is one of the cheapest cliffhangers they've ever done. So, I don't know. I don't think it's all that great of an episode. I think they really screwed up big time on that. Number 4 is then going to go to Season 2, Episode 15. This one's called North. Now I don't include, because I know that this was labeled as episode 14 and 15 are the double finale, so they're both the finale. Episode 14, I think, is a really great episode. Episode 15, it's just okay for me. I'm gonna be honest, it's just an okay finale. It actually shows you, doesn't it, like the quality of the Fear finales. We did a ranking yesterday about all the premieres. Look at all this. Like, I'm complaining about every single one because they're literally all just have major flaws. But this episode right here, the reason why I'm not that big on it is because it feels like it just is like an aftermath to the craziness that already happened. They get ambushed at the border, which is an okay scene, but they should have known better, to be honest. And I don't know, the whole, like, old man that was bit or whatever, that Nick knew or whatever, I really didn't care. I never really got into his character that much. And you have this, like, gang that's on their way to attack the Colonia. And for some reason, they just let walkers, like, bite them, and that's just it. Like, it was really weird the way they did that. And very underdeveloped group of villains, might I add, too. Like, they wanted the Colonia because they wanted the Colonia. Like, there was no motive there. And on top of that, Strand decides to just stay at the hotel with a bunch of random people that he doesn't even know. Like, there was a lot of issues in this episode that just did not make any sense. There were certain moments that were pretty good. Like, I remember this was the episode where Alicia killed that one guy in the hotel to, like, defend Travis and stuff. But that's all, man. That's all I got. Aside from that, yeah, it's kind of a write-off episode as well. Now, getting into the top 3. This is how pathetic this is. These finales kind of suck. But I'll actually say these next 3 are pretty solid. Pretty good, Number 3 is then going to be Season 7, Episode 16, Gone. Now, this episode right here is the Madison return episode, and I think that's why it made it into the top 3, is because it is a special episode, quote-unquote, for Fear the Walking Dead. Here's the thing about it. It's a pretty good episode, okay? Finally, number 3, we're finally getting into some pretty good episodes. Let's just say Fear does a lot better on their premieres, right? But all I'll say about it is I'm happy Madison returned. I like that she found out about her kids. The Morgan dynamic between, the two of them, it was good. But the Padre thing and the stealing kids and this whole mind game thing that they did with her, here's what I'll say about it. It could end up good once I see what Season 8 does with it. But even though Padre is trying to take kids, and we understand that that's the motive, is because they're probably trying to take kids so that they can build for the future, right? I understand that part. But I still don't understand why Madison, of all people, think about the person you're talking about. Somebody that you can't say anything to. It's her way or no way. You know what I mean? And she was somehow convinced by a glitchy speaker that it's okay to capture kids and it's a good idea to capture kids. I'm not buying that for 1 minute. I'm not buying that for 1 minute. I don't give a shit who it is. Madison in particular, though, yeah, no, she would not steal kids for this random ass community. There's got to be a reason behind it, you know? And I know what you guys are saying. Well, Dan, we're probably going to see that in season 8, right? Just be patient. I'm going to be patient. That's why I put it at number 3, because I think aside from that, it's a pretty solid episode. But I'm not going to let that one flaw go. I think it definitely it affects the episode, because that's what the episode's ultimately about, is this whole kid thing. So until I see why exactly Madison has done this, and if we don't see why she captured kids and she just does it because, okay, that at that point, I don't know, I don't know what to say at that point. But at least in terms of right now, I'll put it at number 3. I'm gonna be nice about it. I'll put it at number 3, but I don't know. Number 2, now these two I really like. Number 2 is going to be the season 1 finale, The Good Man. This was a really powerful episode. You get the attack on the military base. You get, of course, Daniel, badass Daniel, who goes in there. And he's like, yeah, we don't want to have to shoot you, old man. Yeah, you should save your ammunition, you know? That was pretty friggin' awesome. And they go in there, they attack, you get Strand and, of course, Nick and them that are, fighting them. And we do get the unfortunate death of Liza in that episode, which was a pretty sad death, right? That, they had to put her down and stuff. So I really liked that episode. It actually had a really cool finale vibe to it, and I think they did very good on it. And my favorite finale of Fear the Walking Dead, it's actually the only one, unfortunately, that I can say is an S-tier episode. But it is S-tier. It's a phenomenal episode, and that's going to be 316. This episode has everything you'd want. I mean, Daniel's a gangster, acting like he's all hurting from the gunshot. Boom, boom. You guys remember that scene? That was pretty amazing. And it just overall was a phenomenal episode. The attack on the dam, Walker and Crazy Dog sniping dudes from the top. You got Nick that, of course, blows up the dam. You get the creepy, Christmas flashbacks with Madison and shit. Yeah, this easily is their best episode in terms of finales, at least. It's easily their best. And it is unfortunate they didn't follow up on it on season 4 because the Proctors were scary. This episode was intense. I mean, they really, really should have followed up on it because it was really good. So, great finale for sure for Fear the Walking Dead. So that is all the finales ranked for Fear the Walking Dead. Of course, let me know what your guys' list is in the comment section below. Your favorites, your least favorite finales of Fear. And of course, coming up next, we're going to be ranking all of the mid-season finales of Fear the Walking Dead. We're going to start with that, and then we'll do the mid-season premieres, and maybe do a penultimate video and stuff like that, all that fun stuff. So anyway, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.